The funding in terms of the partners that are involved are actually, there's no TriMet dollars involved. We are fronting some of the investment. We backed by MTIP dollars which are allocated by Metro at a later date. And so actually, you approved at, I think, a previous board meeting, an intergovernmental agreement that provided a fairly complex funding arrangement for this. The bottom line is no TriMet dollars into it. It's really provided by the regional MTIP dollars that will flow to us here in the future.
We're, in many ways, we're really just the contracting mechanism to be able to provide for this. This is a bit different than has been done before because many of the things that have been done of this type have generally been done in-house at Metro. Because this is being done by contract, or more of it is being done by contract, the mechanism was chosen that we'd be the best provider of the mechanism.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Resolution is approved. Resolution 090434, authorizing a contract for engineering services for the Milwaukee Light Rail. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members. This does provide for a contract with LTK Consulting Services for work on the Portland and Milwaukee Light Rail project. I think those of you who, I think all of you have had to go through a lot of different contracts. Here pretty soon we'll have an outline of all the expected actions and kind of when they are and such. But this is a contract with LTK Services. What is not unique, but not that common, is that there is a federal law called the Brooks Act after a Texas congressman who provided that what these types of services had to be able to be evaluated on the merits of the proposal, and then only after that were the negotiations around price. That's only that really makes this at all special. But LTK came out as a very strong proposer, and we believe at competitive prices, given the type of work that will be required, we urge your approval.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, discussion. All those in favor? Resolution is approved. We now move to first reading of ordinance and a public hearing. Councilor.
Ordinance number 306, an ordinance of Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District Board and TriMet adopting service changes and amending TriMet Code Chapter 22.
And Mr. President, what I'd like to do is maybe just frame the issue again for you that you've each gone through this in past board meetings, and a number of you did as well at the public hearing. Let me just first stress that, as Beth outlined, what we are facing is a $23.6 million budget reduction that we are reflecting in the FY10 budget. What we have said is that, and this has happened in steps because of the nature of how deep the economy has gone negative. First, we started off with the direction to be able to produce a 5% cut across the board. What we did is when we looked at the service side, we said we want to be able to minimize the impact on service, knowing that we couldn't stop that completely. What has gone both first to open houses in February, then to public hearings in this last month, and now to you as an ordinance is the result of that effort against 5% reduction. Now, what I've also indicated to you all is that come mid-May, when we actually see the results of the first quarter payroll tax revenue, we are going to be looking at, given those unemployment numbers, probably further reduction. That's not what is before you today in this ordinance. I have, however, directed that all non-service areas of the TriMet budget be reduced an additional 3%, meaning a total of 8% across the board. We put in place a salary freeze, a hiring freeze, furloughs on myself, and the executive directors have voluntarily agreed as well to be able to put those furloughs, 2 weeks of furloughs, for them as well. Before turning to the specifics within the proposal itself, however, I would like to be able to share with you, it's at your table, this is not a problem that is unique to TriMet. In fact, in some regards, we are facing something less severe that's occurring in many other parts of the country. If I turn you to the document that is on the top, Transportation for America, and have you turn to the map internally to that, the second page, you will see, actually third page, pardon me, you will see the little logos there across the country. The reductions and both service reductions as well as fare increases that are in the works throughout the country. And those issues obviously are very, very real. If you look at just some of the examples that are occurring, you realize how serious it is. New York City proposing severe reductions, so they're now looking at the state Senate as a place that may in fact do some reduction to that, we will see. But they're also looking at a 25%, not 25 cents, but 25% increase in fares. And those, that's about, in fact, a 50-cent increase on their daily fare. All across the country it is occurring as well. In Oregon, we are seeing it relative to Eugene and Salem, other places throughout the states. To the state to our north in Washington, likewise, severe service cuts within the Seattle region, within Tacoma, Pierce County, and others. They are generally also seeing a 25-cent increase in fares that they have imposed in many of the locations within Washington. That obviously is not something that is proposed now. As we look to the future, that's something that you've always maintained, and we have too, that should be kept on the table as possible options. Overall, during the public open houses and public comments on our hearing proposal, we have received over 2,100 comments, and that has greatly affected exactly what we proposed. What we do have that is a part of the data that are available for us, sometimes in many other transit properties not available, we have literally bus line by bus line, train line by train line, action boardings on and offs by bus stop or station platform. And so that our ability to be able to analyze exactly where people are using our system, what time of the day, how they're using it is very, very available to us. We obviously are asking serious questions about, do they need that last bus trip, for example, home at night to get home from a job? Is it their only connection to an important community service? And our ability to be able to analyze that was important. We, in addition, had our staff ride any of the bus lines that were proposed for elimination and actually talk to riders to find out what it is they were using our service for. Did they have alternatives? Did they know about a line that might be not quite as convenient but nearby? Or did they just not have any option at all? That helped us refine our recommendation. Based on the public comments, we refined our service cuts from really twice during this process. First, when we took out the public open houses, we went from a plan to cut 12 bus lines down to proposing 4 lines to be discontinued. And again, our goal was to preserve transit service to as many riders as possible while addressing, obviously, the very serious budget issues. Our final proposal modified even that which we took out to the public hearings in April by responding to changed service on 5 lines as a result, really, of the rider concern that was expressed.